To infinity and beyond. It's Cheap versus Expensive, the series where I take two art supplies in the same category, put them up against each other to find out which one of them is worth it at their respective price points. But today, there's a twist. We are going black. I've done many episodes in this series with so many mediums, but every single one of them I've used white paper. Boring! Everyone knows black is cooler, but only the best in each category has what it takes to perform well on this surface. Because coverage isn't an area you can cheat here. See, on white paper, it's really hard to notice those gaps in the coverage, whereas with black paper, really easy. So, which of these is worth your money? What's going on YouTube? My name is ADC Art Attack. His name is Bob, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Cheap versus Expensive, Black Edition. Oh, shiny. Okay, so today we've got the Oohhoo oil, the oil-based pencils by Oohhoo and the Amazon colored pencils. Cool. Now before we get started with mentioning anything about these pencil sets, yes, this is an oil pencil set, which means it will perform differently to the other pencils. Don't care at all. So in one of my last videos, I got a lot of hate from people saying to me that I was comparing oil pencils to wax pencils. Totally unfair comparison. Warranted complaints, however, I simply don't care. Normal, everyday people are looking to purchase pencils. They don't really know the difference between an oil, a wax-based, or just a... I don't have an example, but there's really bad ones you get with coloring books. They just want a color pencil to use. So please, if you are bothered by oil versus wax or this and that, this video isn't for you. This is just to see which one is worth it at their price point. Also, it's a bit of fun. Don't take it too serious. I feel like I'm definitely gonna get myself in trouble now. So, kicking off with the Amazon Basics colored pencils, this is a set of 72 pencils in the world's most basic, some might say boring, case. But I don't care about the packaging, I care about the pencils themselves. And on the surface, these pencils look fantastic. A great color range, 72 pencils, and they come in at a price point of $15, don't you know? Really cheap. Should be rather good. And then we have the Oohhoo colored pencils in a fantastic looking case. Really, really nice. Also has a great hinge mechanism, unlike the Amazon pencils where the lid just completely removes. These also have 72 colored pencils, but they come in at a price tag of $40. This is nearly 3 times the expense. My case is so damaged. Oh, reflections. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from shiny. Which one is worth it? That is what we're here to find out today. So let's get started with a drawing of Buzz Lightyear. All right, that was the most chaotic intro I think I've ever done. It's very hot. Seriously, there's a heat wave. But today I chose to draw Buzz Lightyear because the new Toy Story movie just released, and I am a big fan. I've been watching Toy Story since I was a kid. I was there for the release of the very first movie, and I'm excited to see this movie. But I am drawing on black paper, and this poses one big challenge in that I have to use a white colored pencil in order to do the drawing. That's a problem because white doesn't erase. That bounced unnecessarily. Why? So I can't really do any rough sketch marks, which means I am drawing this image as it is and trying to refine it as I go. In case you're new to art and you don't know, that's pretty tough. But also, it's a heat wave, and as I am British, I will be complaining about that a lot throughout this video. I'm hot. So drawing this was quite difficult. It was very stuffy. I was sticking to the paper, sticking to the desk, but I did it. I made a drawing, and I'm very happy with it. Also, fun fact and kind of exciting news, I also did a rough drawing on Twitch, because I am now partnered with Twitch. What? So if you'd like to make sure that you never miss a live stream, make sure to follow my Twitch channel, the link to which can be found down below in the pinned comment of this video. Definitely worth it. I interact with you guys on a personal level, and you get to see me create my YouTube videos in real time. And some other stuff too. And seeing as this drawing was done using an Oohhoo pencil, let's honor them with the privilege of getting us started. And, as I mentioned, Heat wave. Hot. I'll be using a separate sheet of paper to protect the other side from smudges, mainly from my own skin. As this is black paper, those marks will be showing up. And right off the bat, I'm having to rely on reading what color I have because I struggle with colors. I can't identify the issue, but it is difficult for me to distinguish one color from another. What a career I chose. And these pencils feel so good on this paper. And with just a light touch, no pressure, no layering, we already have a great coverage. And layering on top? Not bad. It's very easy to get smooth coverage, that's for sure, but I'm not too convinced on the colors I've chosen, though that isn't really my fault, as I don't seem to have much in the way of shadows for this tone. But again, I am practically blind, so it could be my fault.
Ooh, but Anthony, why don't you wear your glasses?
Because I'm in love, and I'd like to keep it that way, and she's not allowed to see me like this. But I am enjoying just how smooth these feel, and they definitely feel like a premium pencil. But the greys are telling a different story. These require a little bit more work back and forth to get the coverage that I want, and I don't know why. And while I could spend forever on this, putting in more time, and definitely it would get the results, it's kind of boring. And I am spending an uncomfortable amount of time and effort on this. That said, it's highlighted a beautiful display of blending with this black, which I was admittedly super nervous about using, yet it took to the base layers so well, and it blended in softly while adding a natural shadow. I'm actually surprised because when using black, you expect it to dominate and look totally unnatural, but I'm really glad I took this risk. But as for white, if ever there was to be a true test of coverage, white pencil on black paper, that is it. Faults will become visible, but boy, is this smooth. However, again, it's hot. And this is a really long process. Question: does anyone else predominantly use alcohol markers and find pencils to be incredibly boring? The mechanics of using them, I absolutely love. Pencils are my favorite medium bar none. I love the feeling. But knowing that the end result is total coverage, a style I personally don't like with pencils, it makes the entire process boring to me, because I know markers as a base would have done this incredibly fast and in a fraction of the time. But alas, with black paper, that is not an option. Just something to ponder. Anywho, this process is taking so long, the results are great, but I am getting bored. Thankfully, it's time for a color switch up to a vibrant and beautiful color in green. Now, in all honesty, I am struggling to criticize these. These are fantastic pencils. They're too easy to use, and that is a problem. See that? I turned a positive to a negative. Toxic! Because they're so easy, I'm bored. There's no real challenge, and I can't fault them, except perhaps that they're rounded. And therefore, in this heat wave, hot, it's difficult to sharpen them because I can't grip them. I'm literally criticizing a product based on how they perform in the weather. Could I be more British? Though, while the other colours have been performing pretty well for the most part, the reds just don't seem to want to do a thing. They suck. Well, that's not absolutely terrifying. Okay, Oohhoo oil pencils. This looks absolutely fantastic. I am blown away by the results here. I didn't intend for this to become a drawing of realism, but wow. I'm so happy I stuck with it. I'm so happy I pushed through to complete this, because this is one of my favorite drawings I have ever done, and it's only half finished. Amazon pencil. Woo! Shiny! Yeah. Okay, well at least these ones are sharpening better. Well, they're rounded as well, but for some reason I can grip these ones a lot better in the sweatiness of the sun. In terms of colour and range, they're identical to Oohhoo. I can't really see any notable difference, and clearly I enjoy using them because this black, why is it so small? Oh yeah, this isn't gonna be fun, is it? Stop! No. Ew. These layer like shit. Have I got to continue this until the very end? Because this is gonna be miserable. I'll be honest with you, I think the coverage here is not great. Results-wise, it's not actually looking as bad as I'm making it seem, but it feels awful. I can't remember if I had an issue with these previously, so maybe it's the paper, but ugh. And switching to green? I genuinely thought this was starting so well with the first pencil just like the purple, and then the layering happens and oh, it sucks. And that's the thing here. Individually, these pencils are amazing, but the layering, particularly when trying to get smooth coverage, is really a weakness. So, I've given up on attempting to match the style and quality the Oohhoo have set in favour of playing these pencils to their strengths, which means coverage may suffer and, oh bloody hell, it looks amazing. When you relinquish control, things just happen. Let the pencil do the work and the results seem to follow. I'll tell you, I have no idea what I'm doing as an artist. I just do it and my art happens. This is actually going really well, and I am far less bored using these because of the challenge of using them, because of the excitement in trying to get those good results, but also because I'm relinquishing myself to the pencils themselves. I'm getting results that, for me, are exactly what I look for when using colored pencils. It's raw, it's rough, it's gritty, and it just looks fantastic. But something I've noticed with the Amazon pencils, due to their lower opacity versus the Oohhoo, that despite using bright colors and in some areas achieving great coverage, they definitely appear a lot darker on the black paper. Now that is probably a result of the black showing through the pencils, it's offsetting the colors, but again, I love it. I think this gritty look to them looks fantastic, and yes, now that I'm using them the way that they're obviously designed to be used, I'm enjoying how it feels. I'm having a great time. Now and then I get a little slip up where it feels yeah, but overall, this is a very enjoyable experience because it's such a difficult experience. And that was the problem with the Oohhoos, they were just far too easy to use. So there we have it, the results of the Oohhoo versus Amazon pencils. What do you think about them? Do you like the results? Did I do a good job? Taking a look at the Oohhoo side, they came out, in my opinion, fantastic. I don't think it gets better using colored pencils, particularly not for someone like me who is not a pencil artist, but I think I did okay. The face definitely suffered, and that is a result of a lack of colors and variety within the collection. But conversely, on the other side, Amazon had the exact same struggles. The face looks terrible, and due to the coverage issues, it just doesn't look great. But the rough, raw, and gritty style that they achieve is, in my opinion, absolutely beautiful. It has style, it has texture, it has a story to it. In my opinion, it tells a lot more about the art than the other side. Does it look better though? Well, that's a question I put to you. Which side would you go for? The $40 Oohhoo oil pencils or the $15 Amazon basics? Let me know in a comment down below. This was a lot of fun. I had a great time using these. It is extremely hot here. I'm suffering. Help. But these pencils are great. They're each very different. And for me, I actually enjoyed using these ones over these ones. But I certainly think that these ones, they're worth your money. Definitely, if I was going to buy a set of pencils, it would be these ones. I'm cutting this video short right now because I am suffering. It is extremely hot, but I have one last big surprise for you. My coloring book is releasing, well, within the coming days. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you are following the links down below in the description of this video, as well as the pinned comment, because on my live streams, there will be updates about this book, and I cannot wait to finally make my book available. Ah! Have yourself a wonderful day, guys. I gotta get out of here. I need water. Bye.